Hey, so let's check out what's going on in the garden. I wanted to do a video for those who want to start a garden, but you kind of, you can get easily discouraged, when you see other people's garden or when you're doing research and you're trying to figure out, okay, what to plant, where to put it, when to plant it, what soil to use. All of that can be, just very discouraging. And I'm not just showing my garden to show off. I'm not in no way, shape, or form like an expert at this whatsoever. But I just want to show others that it can be done. I had a dream and I'm just going for it. So that's all that it is. Just showing you guys you have a vision, you have a dream, you have a goal. It can be done. And I hate I hate bugs, really. Like sometimes there are times where I'm just like, oh, okay, gotta pull the weeds, gotta do this, and nature just won't let you be great sometimes. Like I hate spiders, I'm freaked out by bees and wasps and stuff like that. But I just wanted to show you guys it can be done. Your garden, just starting out, it's not going to be perfect, and I'm constantly changing things. I've had like so many dreams of, just like this trellis and having just like grapes growing everywhere and stuff like that, but my grapes aren't doing so well. They were doing well, and then I just don't know what happened. So it's okay. And it's like, even if you tried planting a few seeds and nothing's really sprouting, or things just aren't looking the way that you hoped, keep going. Nobody is just like 100% just growing everything perfectly all the time. And I'm constantly looking down and looking around, and I have my shovel with me here because we were out in the garden just maybe about 2 days ago, and it's been raining a lot, and there's a snake. So I'm looking around and looking all around. And plus we have bees right now that are doing their job. They're pollinating. So you're gonna always have your challenges, but I wanted to encourage you guys to keep going. And just because I'm showing what I have in my garden, it's not perfect at all. I've killed a few things, I've had to start over, I've had to regrow a couple of things, and I just wanted to tell you guys just to keep going. Just don't give up. And sometimes doing research, oh, what do I need to plant in June, what I need to do this, what I need to do there are some basic rules in gardening, but just do not overwhelm yourself. If you need to start out small, do that. And I have the perfect example here with my lettuce. Now, I've grown lettuce a couple of times over the years, right? And I thought I placed them in a good location. Well, this location actually gets a good amount of sun. Really, lettuce, they're a cool crop, so they like to be in the shade or planted in cooler climates. So I really should have placed the bed somewhere over here, but I did not. So it's a learning lesson. And as you can see, a lot of my lettuce has gone to flowering and bolted, and that's okay. So I'm gonna let it flower. The flowers are edible. I'm gonna let it flower, and then I'm going to collect the seeds. And when you do that, you can plant new lettuce, or I can chop it all down and start over. So you're always learning from the garden. It's okay. And like I said, it's not going to look perfect. Nature is nature. Let it do its job. See, I have a bunch of weeds growing all throughout my beds, although I put tarp down. And my strawberry patch, it still hasn't filled out. So there's things that you're constantly looking at, and you're like, okay, this died, this doesn't look the way I wanted it to. And stuff like that, but it is okay. And another thing is, I just thank God. I just come out here and I marvel, and I get so many just spiritual lessons from the garden. And like I said, I don't all the way know what I'm doing, you know, but I just let God. I pray over my garden. As a Christian and a believer in Jesus Christ, I pray over my garden. I ask God to bless the work of my hands, and I just let Him do the work. He's brought the rain. I thank Him for that, and the garden looks good. And there are times where I'm like, oh, it looks like it's about to die. Let me fertilize. And that can, I was doing too much, you know, and I'm learning, just let nature be nature, you know, let it, just see what it's going to become, and then let God bless it. So I'm learning that lesson, but I really did just want to encourage you. If you want to start a garden, start small. Don't give up. If it dies, plant another seed. Just keep going, and then you will create something that you can be proud of. So I hope this encourages someone, and just pray and do a little bit of research, but then just really just go for it. Need the kids to help me pick these weeds, but we got some tasty kale going on. And also I'm letting my lettuce go to seed, so they're gonna flower, and once they are done flowering, I'm gonna let it go to seed and just replant some lettuce. I got my collard greens over here, and also some purple kale. Like I said, I need to do weed control. Haven't done that. Then I have my mixed flowers. And some sunflower seeds just for fun. So the kids can see how they grow. And hopefully they'll get taller than them. So that'll be really cool.
It's taller than AJ.
I have a huge tomato in here. And I'm gonna see how big it's gonna get. It is huge. So I'm gonna let that keep growing. We got a couple of tomatoes off in there. Then I got individual tomato plants, but you can never have enough tomatoes when you have a family of 6. Got a zucchini here, and I just interplanted marigolds and just some different flowers. We picked some tomatoes, and also I'm trying my hand at some peppers. So I've never grown peppers before, but I think they're doing pretty good. And these are the sweet California banana peppers. And I also got a tomato plant there. I know they have this kind of rule of, you know, planting certain things together and what not to plant together, but I'm just really letting God and nature do. So I know they have all these rules, but I'm gonna show you guys a way of gardening with just letting God, you know, the rain and the sun, and just letting nature do what it do. So there's cabbage there. I planted a zinnia, and I also put some bulbs in here. So I just wanted like a mix of flowers in here. Didn't want it to look too uniformed. I do have something eating my cabbage, but as you can see, there's cabbage, There's a big sunflower. I've grown grapes before, but I'm trying to figure out what is going on. I think I over fertilized the grapes. So this is my little arch walkway. And I'm going to have sunflower seeds and just like the corn coming up, so it looks like a little archway for the kids to have fun walking through. And I am so happy and I'm so proud. My corn, got my corn coming up. Got some more beautiful cabbage. So excited about that. And got my beans. So we planted a couple of rows of beans, you know, with the family of 6, just trying to get as much as we can. And there's still room in this bed to plant more. But we're gonna see how that works out. All right, then we got Tree Lane. That beautiful nectarine tree is, it was blooming and it was beautiful. I have no idea what's going on with that, but there's the fig. And this is my first time growing persimmons. So I'm excited to see how this will all work out and come together. There's another one. Another persimmon. Okay, then this tree, this is an apple. So no apples yet. See a bloom. So hopefully we'll get apples. Then I have a plum and another apple. So got a few blooms on that. I don't see any corn stalks coming up over here yet. And another grape. So not sure if you guys can see that, but I wanted a walkway. I have an arch. So I wanted my grapes to grow and connect. And then it's like you're walking through like a corn tunnel. So that was the idea for that. And it is just June. So this is the June update of the garden. I have pear. That's a pear. And this is the one my husband and I planted together. And as you can see with planting trees, I know some people just completely cover their tree, but I stopped it. I didn't want to cover the tree because then it'll start to rust and stuff like that. So, and here's another pear. So, all right, then we have another row of sunflowers. And I will tell you the most elegant thing that I've seen in the garden, and I just love looking at these celery stalks. I think it's so beautiful and just so elegant. And I've just noticed too that how dark green they are compared to the store. Just beautiful. My daughter, she's growing a watermelon, so she put her little marker there. And these are squash. So I'm gonna try my hand at the squash. And also, so like I said, when you see the flowering vegetables, I'm just letting them flower and go to seed. These are edible, so it's super cute because the kids, they like to come out here, pick it and eat it. But you know, instead of just buying new plants, you just let this flower go to seed and you collect the seeds, and so you can plant your new vegetable. And how beautiful is that broccoli? So yeah, family of 6, got a couple of broccolis. Okay, and then we have some more squash, so hopefully we'll get squash. Okay, now as far as our other tree, I love pomegranates. If you know me, you know I'm Twizzler, tea, and pomegranates. So I am super excited, and I am hoping that my kids don't knock over these flowers so I can get pomegranates, because they've knocked over the previous flowers. Okay, then this row back here, this is gonna be Berry Lane. I love Black Betties. So got just a few blackberries. I'm hoping they can do well and they'll be a lot bigger next year. So Black Betty, Betty Lane, and got a little bitty raspberry plant. Not sure what's going on, but hopefully it'll look better next year. Got my beautiful honey, and blueberries galore, and they are big and delicious, and they taste amazing.
Get this one.
It's like when I walk through here, I just have to eat it. Leave it alone, honey. And here's another blueberry plant in Blueberry Lane. So not ready yet. And honestly, to me, the most delicious blueberries are the smaller ones. They're delicious. Okay. And that is my lemon. It smells so beautiful. It's so divine. And you can see all the blooms on there. There's a bee, there's a couple of bees pollinating the lemon, but it smells amazing. And we just got like there's a little bitty lemon there. Just have small lemons. OJ, get. All right, I'm also gonna try my hand at a banana. It looked like it died off, and then I just kept working with it, fertilizing it, and just got new shoots. So hopefully maybe next year or something have some bananas. How beautiful. Oh, cauliflower, have purple cauliflower there. So it's okay, you know, if you're if you've planted something and it did not grow right, like the other purple cauliflower, I just let it flower. And so once it's done flowering and it goes to seed, you can just plant more. Right here we're growing some more radish. We've harvested our other radish, and I love radish because they take 25 days. So if you want like a quick harvest vegetable, I do recommend radish. It's really good in your salad. And how beautiful. Oh my gosh, I think these are so elegant. And just look at the stalks, like compared to the grocery store bought stalks. So they're much skinnier and much darker. And I am growing Brussels sprouts. So I had like the really long leaves on there, but they were getting tore up by ants and other bugs. So I just took the leaves off, and it seems like my Brussels sprouts are growing quicker once I did that. So you can see there's like some holes in the leaves, and just like clipped them off, and it's actually helping the Brussels sprouts to get bigger. And I did like a mixed flower bed just to bring in some pollinators. We do have a couple of ladybugs, and we'll see butterflies sometimes, but it's just nice to have that mix of flowers growing in the garden. This is my favorite bed. This is the herb bed, and I love lemon balm. I mean, it's an amazing tea, and I'll do another video about how I dry my herbs and make tea. but it's just taken off. It's just grown so much, and it's taken over. But I have parsley there, and I have lemon verbena. That tastes so well in the tea as well as peppermint. And I have some rosemary here. Rosemary, I love to cook my green beans in the rosemary, chicken, lamb, and this is purple onion. Then we have chives, oregano, and I'm trying this new spice that you can put in soups and stuff like that, so trying that. There's sage and lavender. At the corner of my beds I have lavender, and I use lavender a lot in my products. So this is lemon thyme, and I love it because it's so beautiful in the fall. In the winter it turns purple. And this is basil. Also helps your food taste amazing. Have some more lavender. And just like a mix of marigolds. Marigolds are edible as well. And I have some carrots growing in here. And some more lavender. And this is watermelon. And once it gets very viney, I'm just gonna kind of direct the vines that way. So if you're trying to grow watermelon, like I did this other watermelon, you would want to grow it kind of at the edge of your bed if you put it in the garden bed, just so when it gets really viney, it can cascade over to the side. So that's a mixed bed over here. And we've harvested a lot of the eggplant, but we still have a few eggplants still on there. And like I said, I like to do just a mixed bed of wildflowers just to attract butterflies and some bees. And so got some tomatoes, so just kind of did like a mixed bed here as well. Here we have the strawberry patch, and if you guys know a way where I can just keep bugs and flies and stuff out of my strawberries, please let me know, because it's like as soon as they turn red, like you have to pick it because it's going to be getting attacked by bugs. So I'm not sure if I should like plant basil or like some peppermint in here with it just so the flies can stop attacking it. But if you have a suggestion, let me know. But I love having the garden, just letting the kids discover and play and just be kids. So that is what's growing on in the garden for June. Also, if you know what this is, I would love to know. I'm not sure if it's like a mulberry or not, but if you know, you can let me know what type of tree that is, because I cut it all the way down to the stumps, and just in like 2 months, this is what it looks like.